They told you it would be glorious, knights in shining armor, banners waving in the wind, songs sung around campfires, the Holy Land waiting at the end of a golden road, shimmering with promise. But the Crusades weren't a parade. They weren't an adventure. They were a death march. And in the winter of 1147, during the Second Crusade, thousands of men, faithful, devoted, terrified men, froze to death in the mountains of Anatolia, long before they ever saw Jerusalem. The sieges, the victories, but tonight, we're not talking about glory. We're talking about the cold, the kind of cold that kills you slowly, inch by inch, that steals your fingers and toes, that makes your breath freeze in your lungs, that makes you pray, not for victory, but just for the shivering to stop. So, before you settle into your warm bed tonight, I need you to do something for me. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, but only if you truly want to hear the stories that Hollywood never tells, the stories that the history books bury in footnotes. Now, dim the lights, pull your blanket close, feel its weight, feel its warmth, because where we're going, there is no warmth. Let's step into the snow together. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose and let it go slowly through your mouth. Good. Now, drop your shoulders. Let them fall heavy. Unclench your jaw. Let your tongue rest soft in your mouth. Scan your body. Notice any tension in your neck, your back, your legs, and just let it go. One modern world starting to fade. The hum of electronics, the glow of screens, the comfort of insulation, heating, weatherproof jackets, all of it, dissolving like mist burning off in the morning sun. You are traveling back, not 100 years, not 200, merely 900 years? The air is changing, getting colder, sharper. You can smell it now. Wood smoke, faint and distant, and something else, something metallic and clean, snow. Pause. One sat on a narrow mountain path, carved into the side of a cliff. The stone is dark gray, slick with ice. Stretching back as far as you can see is a column of men. Hundreds of them, maybe thousands. Knights in chainmail, foot soldiers in wool and leather, horses struggling under the weight of their armor. Ahead of you, nothing but white peaks and an iron-gray sky, pressing down like a lid on a coffin. You are safe here, right now, listening to my voice. But we are about to step into a world where every breath burns, where every step could be your last. Are you ready? Let's go. Congratulations. You are now awake. But you don't want to be. You open your eyes to darkness, not the soft, safe darkness of a bedroom. This is the cold, hostile darkness of a winter dawn in the mountains. No sunrise yet, just a dull, bruised gray light creeping across the sky. You are lying on frozen ground, packed earth, hard as stone. A thin layer of frost has formed on your cloak during the night. No tent, no shelter, no fire, just you curled into a tight ball, your knees pulled up to your chest, your arms wrapped around yourself, trying to protect the tiny pocket of warmth you created in the night. Your name doesn't matter anymore. 6 months ago, you had a name, a family, a life. You were a carpenter's son from a village near Lyon. You signed up for the crusade, filled with faith and dreams of glory. The priest in your village said it was God's will. He said your sins would be forgiven. He said you would return a hero. But right now, you are just freezing. You try to move. Your body resists. Every muscle is stiff. Your spine feels like an iron rod. Your joints ache, not the ache of tiredness, but the deep, bone-cold ache of a body that's been pushed too far. You try to wiggle your toes. Nothing. You try again. A faint tingling, distant, like your feet belong to someone else. Frostbite. You've seen it before. 2 days ago, a man named Pierre collapsed. When they pulled off his boots, his toes were black, swollen, dead tissue. They cut them off with a knife. No ceremony, no mercy. He screamed for 10 minutes. Then he passed out. This morning, he didn't wake up. But you don't think about that now. You think about one thing and one thing only. Get up. Keep moving. Stay alive. Around you, the camp is stirring. Men groaning, coughing, wet, rattling coughs that echo in the thin mountain air. You hear the crunch of boots on snow, the clatter of metal as someone tries to stand. You hear whispered prayers, Latin, French, German, everyone praying to the same God, asking the same question. Why have you abandoned us here? 1.5 SUNL. Your head spins. Black spots dance in front of your eyes. Hunger. You haven't eaten a real meal in 4 days. You force yourself to sit up. Your spine cracks, loud, like ice breaking on a frozen river. You wince, but you don't stop. You look around. There are bodies, men who didn't wake up. They're still lying there, curled in the same positions they fell asleep in. Frost covering their beards, their eyes half open, staring at nothing. No one checks if they're dead. There's no time. The column is moving again. For a second, you think you'll fall, but you don't. You lock your legs, you plant your feet, you stand. Because if you don't, you'll never stand again. The first task of every morning is fire. Fire means warmth. Fire means melted snow to drink. Fire means life. But up here, in these cursed mountains, there is no wood. The trees, if you can call them trees, are twisted, skeletal things, bare branches reaching up like clawed hands. The wood is frozen solid. Yesterday, you watched a knight try to chop one down with his sword. He swung 10 times, he barely made a scratch. So you do what everyone else does. You collect fuel the old-fashioned way. Animal dung, frozen horse droppings, scattered along the path from the pack animals. You crouch down in the snow. Your knees scream in protest. You scoop up the hard brown lumps with your bare hands. Your hands are covered in chilblains, those painful swollen sores caused by the cold. They itch, they burn. Every time you flex your fingers, the skin cracks and bleeds. But you don't stop. You pile the dung into a little mound. You strike your flint. Click. Nothing. Click. A spark. It dies instantly in the wind. Click, click, click. Nothing. Your hands are shaking too hard. Your fingers are too stiff, too swollen. A man beside you grunts. Old Hugh. He's a veteran. Fought in the First Crusade 30 years ago. He's maybe 50, ancient by soldier standards. His face is weathered, lined with scars. His nose is red and peeling. His lips are cracked and bleeding. And his hands are missing the tips of 3 fingers. Just blackened stumps where his fingertips used to be. Frostbite took them 2 weeks ago. But he's still here. He takes the flint from your shaking hands without a word. His movements are slow, deliberate. Click, a spark. Click, it catches. Smoke rises. Thin, gray, acrid smoke. It smells horrible, like burning sewage, but it's warmth. Within seconds, 5 other men crowd around the pathetic little fire. You shove for position, elbows, shoulders, everyone desperate to get close. The heat is almost laughable, barely enough to thaw your cheeks, but it's better than nothing. You hold your hands over the flames. Your skin prickles as the blood starts to flow again. It hurts. It feels like 1,000 tiny needles stabbing under your skin, but you don't pull away. Someone passes around a water skin. You take it. It's half frozen. You have to shake it. You hear the ice clinking inside. You tilt it to your lips. A few drops of icy water trickle into your mouth. You swallow. It burns your throat, so cold it feels like fire. You pass it to the next man. Food? Forget it. The supply wagons are gone, stuck somewhere behind you in the snow. Or maybe the Turks got them. No one knows. All you have is a piece of stale bread, the size of your thumb. You pull it out of your pouch, it's rock hard. You have to gnaw on it, like a dog with a bone. You chew it slowly, making it last, savoring every dry, tasteless crumb. This might be the only thing you eat today. Move everyone up. We march in 10 minutes. You look up. It's a knight, riding a horse. The horse looks as miserable as you feel, ribs showing, head hanging low. The knight's face is red and furious. His lips are cracked and bleeding. His eyes are wild. Where are we going? Someone mutters. The knight doesn't answer. No one knows. The guides disappeared last week. Either they deserted or the Turks got them. All you know is forward. Always forward, because going back means death. The column moves like a wounded snake, stretched out across the White Mountains. Thousands of men, hundreds of horses, carts, baggage, all crawling forward at a glacial pace. You are somewhere in the middle. Not a knight, not a leader, just a body, a pair of legs carrying a sword. You fall into line. You start walking. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The sound of boots on snow. That sound will haunt you forever. The wind is brutal. It doesn't blow. It attacks. It comes from every direction at once. It finds every gap in your clothes, every hole in your cloak. It rushes down your neck, up your sleeves, into your lungs. Every breath you take feels like swallowing knives. You pull your hood tighter over your head. You wrap your scarf around your face until only your eyes are visible. But even your eyes hurt. The wind makes them water, and those tears freeze on your cheeks, tiny cold tracks running down to your jaw. 1.5s narrow. On your left, a cliff face rises up, dark gray stone, slick with ice. On your right, nothing. Just a sheer drop into a white abyss. You can't see the bottom. Maybe there is no bottom. You walk carefully, one foot in front of the other. Don't look down. Don't look right. Just look at the boots of the men in front of you. Follow the boots. 1.5s. The snow is deep here, sometimes ankle deep. You have to lift your legs high, like wading through thick water. Your thighs burn, your calves cramp, your back aches under the weight of your pack, and the chainmail. God, the chainmail. In summer, chainmail is hot and heavy. It chafes, it rubs your skin raw. But in winter, it's worse. It's a cage of ice. The metal sucks the warmth out of your body. Like a vampire drinking blood, it presses against your chest, your shoulders, your back. Cold, unforgiving, relentless. You feel like you're wearing a frozen corpse. 1.5s. Anything else? You think about home, your village, the stone bridge over the river, the mill with its creaking wheel. You think about your mother, her face, her hands, rough from work, but gentle when she touched your hair. You think about the last time you saw her. She cried. She begged you not to go. It's God's will, you said. She didn't argue. Shh. Now, stumbling through this frozen hell, you wonder, was it God's will or was it pride? You wanted glory. You wanted to be a hero. But there are no heroes here. Just frozen men limping toward a dream that grows more distant with every step. Ahead of you, a man stumbles. His name is Bertrand, a blacksmith's son, strong as an ox. But even oxen break. He falls to his knees in the snow. He doesn't get up. Help him. Someone mutters behind you, but no one moves. You don't have the strength, and deep down, you know, if you stop to help, you might not start again. 1.5. So you walk past him. Everyone does. His eyes follow you, pleading, but silent. You hear him whispering a prayer as you leave him behind. Pater noster, quies in caelus. The words fade into the wind. 2 ses. That's the rule of the mountains. Keep moving, or become part of the snow. And the snow is already full of ghosts. Hours pass, or maybe minutes. Time doesn't work up here. There's no sun to mark the day, just a pale gray light that never changes. The sky is white. The ground is white. It's like walking through a dream or a nightmare. Pure brain starts playing tricks on you. You see shapes in the snow, figures, shadows. Are they men? Are they Turks? You blink, they're gone. Just rocks, just trees. 1.5s. Starving for food, for warmth, for stimulation. So it starts inventing things. You see your mother standing by the side of the path. She's smiling, holding out a bowl of soup. You reach for it. Your hand closes on empty air. You hear voices, singing, laughter. You turn your head. Nothing. Just the wind. The man in front of you, Jean, a farmer from Burgundy, starts talking. Do you smell that? He says. Smell what? You ask. Bread. Fresh bread. My wife used to bake it every Sunday morning. You don't smell bread. You smell sweat, blood, frozen wool. But you don't say that. Yeah, you lie. I smell it. Shh, 1.5S. He smiles. We're almost home, he says. He's not talking to you anymore. He's talking to someone you can't see. You leave him to his ghosts. You focus on your feet. Left, right, left, right. Don't think, just move. One step, then another. That's all you can do. Suddenly, someone up ahead starts laughing. A high, wild, broken laugh. You look up. It's a young squire, maybe 16. Blonde hair, blue eyes. You remember him from the beginning of the journey. Eager, excited, full of faith. Now, he's standing in the middle of the path, pointing at the sky, laughing hysterically. Do you see them? He shouts. The angels, they're singing. They're so beautiful. There are no angels. Two soldiers grab him, shake him, snap out of it. But his eyes are empty, glassy. He's gone. Hypothermia does that. At the end, it makes you warm, makes you happy, makes you see things that aren't there. 1.5 SDN, still laughing, still pointing at invisible angels. You walk past him. You don't look back because you know you could be next. Night falls fast in the mountains. One moment, the sky is gray. The next, it's black, like someone blew out a candle. The column stops, not because it's safe, not because you've reached shelter, just because men can't walk anymore. Bodies start dropping where they stand. You collapse, your legs give out, you hit the ground hard. You don't care. 2S campfire tonight, no wood, no dung, no strength to gather it, just cold and darkness. You huddle together with 3 other men. Old Hugh, a German knight named Ulrich, and a young boy, maybe 13, whose name you never learned. You press your backs against each other, trying to share body heat. It's not enough. Old Hugh is shivering violently, his whole body convulsing, his teeth chattering like dice in a cup. You know what that means. He's losing the fight. Talk to me, you whisper. Stay awake. He tries to speak, but his lips are too stiff, too frozen. So you talk instead. You talk about your village, about the river where you used to swim in summer, about the girl you kissed behind the church, Marie, with the dark eyes and the shy smile. You talk just to hear a human voice, to remember that you're still alive. 2L, Rick. The knight starts praying. His voice is soft, rhythmic. Ave Maria, Gratia Plena. It's comforting. Even if God isn't listening, The sound of the prayer is something to hold on to. 2S, the young one, starts crying. Quiet, hitching sobs. "I want to go home," he whispers. "I want my mother." You put your arm around him. "I know," you say. "Me too?" The wind screams overhead. It sounds like wolves, like ghosts, like the souls of all the men who died on this mountain, howling in fury at the God who abandoned them. To close your eyes. You don't expect to wake up. You pray, not for glory, not for Jerusalem, just for it to be over. But somehow, morning comes. Light, pale, weak, but light. You open your eyes, you're still here. You take a breath. It hurts. Your lungs feel raw, frozen from the inside. But you're breathing. You're alive. You turn your head. Old Hugh is not. He's frozen solid. Still sitting upright, his back against yours, his eyes are half open, staring at nothing. His mouth is slightly open, like he was trying to say something. To reach out, you close his eyes gently with your fingers. You whisper a prayer. Requiescat in paces. Rest in peace. The boy is still alive, barely. He's shivering. His lips are blue. Ulrich, the knight, helps him stand. "Come on, boy," he says. One more day. Your body screams in protest. Every muscle, every joint. But you stand. Ahead, through the mist, a break in the mountains. A valley, green, trees, real trees, with leaves, smoke rising from fires, a village. For a second, you think it's another hallucination, but Ulrich sees it too. "There," he says, his voice cracking. "We made it." But your legs won't let you, so you walk. Slowly, one step at a time. The descent is steep, but with every step, the air gets warmer. You can feel it. The cold loosening its grip, the wind dies. You hear birds. You haven't heard birds in weeks. Not from exhaustion, from relief. You made it. You survived. Not because you were strong, not because you were brave, but because you kept moving, one frozen step at a time. Now, come back. Leave the mountains. Leave the snow. Leave the cold. Feel the surface beneath you. It's soft, warm, safe. You are not on frozen ground. You are here in your time, in your sanctuary. Feel the blanket over you. Feel its weight, its warmth. You are not a crusader. You are not freezing. You survived something they didn't. You survived by being born in the right century. The struggles of the past are not yours to carry. You can put them down. You can rest. Deep, warm, safe rest. The wind is far away now. Just a memory. Just a whisper. Sleep now. Sleep. Good night.